Bro, what the hell we was watching when we was young? Bro, this whole movie is about the rise of the Antichrist. That's what he represents. See, the Antichrist is affiliated with Satan. See, this red bow, which symbolized blood, also symbolized Satan. Wrapped around his neck symbolized Satan, that he has power from Satan to rise and bring destruction upon the world. The coming of the lawless one will be in accordance with how Satan works. He will use all sorts of displays of power through signs and wonders. Bro, that's what he represents. So it said he will show signs and wonders, right? So what signs and wonders that he's going to show that shows he represents the Antichrist? Well, for one, he set the whole room on fire, bro. But how? He didn't have no matches. He didn't have no type of equipment to start a fire that quick. If you go back, you'll even see he shuts the door and they're walking up the stairs. You mean to tell me in 5 seconds he can start a fire that big, that quick? Nah, bro, this ain't a regular human being. He definitely represents the Antichrist. And not to mention, he walks through the smoke like he's unharmed by it. The daddy tried to warn him.
My God, it's the devil. It's the devil.
Not to mention that the Bible actually speaks of the Antichrist bringing forth a real fire. And the second beast, which represents the Antichrist, performed great signs to cause even fire from heaven to come down to earth in the presence of the people. So that explains why he's so connected to the fire in this movie. Because there's another scene where he's talking about fire.
Let's light a forest fire. Don't you know it's bad to light forest fires? That's the whole point. Let's light a forest fire.
Like the Bible said, he's going to show signs and wonders and even fire coming down from heaven to trick the people to thinking that he's a Messiah. Notice they showed him his room. It is completely full of clowns painted all over the walls. He don't like clowns because it reminds him of the demon that was a clown. Now, what demon am I referring to? Well, the It Clown, of course. He wasn't nothing but a demon disguised as one. So that's why he don't like clowns, because he don't like the fact that it was a demon disguised as one. So since his room is full of clowns and it reminds him of the It Clown, remember the It Clown also had a balloon symbolizing that he's coming for blood. Remember I said the bow stands for blood, but it can't be that. It has to be a balloon. The bow really stands for Satan now. So that means there's got to be a balloon somewhere in this movie floating in somebody's hand, and that stands for blood. We go find it. They even showing you on the cover of the movie what he represents. His whole shadow is the resemblance of how they depict the devil. And also he's dressed like that same depiction in the movie. Since we own this scene represents something too. Now check it, this girl has a birthday party but stops him from going outside with the rest of them to enjoy her birthday party because she knows what type of evil this represents. But this scene represents something deep. As you can see, he's blocked from having contact with the rest of the people outside. There's a reason for this, because he haven't rise yet to full power. But as soon as he gave him this old dried up ass prune, all of a sudden he's outside now with the rest of the kids, destroying the party. See that whole scene with him and them kids out there? It's all about the Antichrist, because he will deceive many religious people who are expecting the Messiah to come into believing that he is the Messiah, and that's how he will rise to power. But the Antichrist won't do this on his own. He will have help from a false prophet. Now, who was the false prophet in this scene? Him. See, the false prophet has a specific role into drawing the people to worship the Antichrist. See, that's why he gave him this dried up prune. It represents the mind of the unbelievers. See, the unbelievers will be the easiest to deceive because they are looking for signs and wonders. They only want to believe if they see signs and wonders. Well, guess what? The Antichrist will show signs and wonders, which is going to make people believe that he is the Messiah but it's not going to be him. And that's what that whole scene represented. And that is why it was so easy for him to completely destroy the party. Towards the end of the movie, he found out that the boy still has the prune. This prune represents the believers this time. And since it represents the minds of the believers, you can't deceive them. The very next scene, he's driving to see his father, and look, there's a man with a red balloon. I told you we was gonna find somebody with a red balloon. And at the end of the movie, you see the boy takes off the red ribbon, which represents Satan, the Antichrist, the false prophet, will be thrown into the lake of fire. The end.